Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Live. Now, following a triumphant relaunch in 2022, Decorex Cape Town is returning with a bang, providing the mother city with the opportunity to explore the newest design concepts. The show boasts over 200 premium brands, ensuring an all-encompassing experience that showcases curated exhibitions, cutting-edge designs and product launches. Taking place from June 22nd to the 25th at the Cape Town International Convention Centre, Decorex Cape Town also features 2 state-of-the-art theatres, offering visitors even more interactivity and engagement. Now, for more on this, we're joined by Decorex Creative Director Bielle Bellingham. Bielle, a very good morning to you. A warm welcome to Morning Live. For the benefit of those viewers who may not know what Decorex is, let's unpack what Decorex is.
Morning. Decorex is one of the biggest exhibitions of decor, design and homeware on the continent. So you can come to us to look at anything. If you're looking to improve your home, update your home, coming for inspiration, ideas, meet people. So the interesting thing about Decorex is both trade and consumer focused. So we really, our agenda is to create stimulus for the design community, but also for regular homeowners.
Now, each year, Decorex Africa singles out, themes or, an interior design firm whose work is worthy of acclaim. Who has been selected this year?
There are a couple this year, so we're trying also not to do that as much as we have in the past. Really to open up the doors. We want Decorex to be relevant to a lot more people than just the usual suspects. We do have some big names, so that's not to say, we have Cyota, Arc, we have Superbalist for the very first time having their own physical exhibition, Mr. Price. Some very, very exciting and quite sexy designers are joining us this year, but it really, our big, personally and for Decorex, we really want to open this up to everyone.
And why is that so important that, it's very inclusive of all other retailers and all other creatives in the industry?
Well, I think for so long, design and art has served only 1% of our population. It's very rarefied and exclusive, bougie industry, and we're really trying to change that. It's such a powerful tool for us to change our future. So we want everyone to get involved. We want everyone to be able to imagine themselves in our space, to join us. So I think that's the very key thing. I think the creative economy in South Africa and on the African continent can really change everything for us. So we need to use that, and we need a far more diverse input into the industry in order to have a very rich output.
You touched a little bit on this earlier, that Superbalist is bringing, a virtual store to life. Tell us more about that. Unpack that for us and what that entails.
Well, we're all trying to figure out what our phygital realities are going forward. The power of e-commerce is very, very powerful and important. But specifically in the interior space, you kind of want to be able to touch your couch and feel it, know what that feels like. So there's still a very, very important role for physical showrooms, physicality in space, like in our homes. So we're very proud and excited to be working with Superbalist along with Plasticon to create almost a shoppable apartment. Also with Mr. Price, we're doing a similar thing with them, where you can come in and imagine these spaces that you only really see online, and then feel it and understand what that's going to be in your home. With the Superbalist apartment thing, there's also great competition. You're able to style areas yourself when you get there, figure out what looks good together. Does this look good with this? Can I test it out? So quite also an immersive and interactive installation that is going to require everyone to get involved and not just look.
Yeah. What are the trends this year? What are we looking at? Which direction is design heading into in 2023?
Sustainability. I think as designers, we realize we're a very dangerous breed of people. We have created a lot of waste. So we really are starting to understand that as much as we have been part of the problem, we can be part of the solution. So all designers are starting to look at how do we create better systems? How do we choose better materials? How do we stop creating so much stuff? And then also that is then having an impact on our aesthetic. We're having quite a particular new aesthetic that's coming from our new sustainability focus. Also social impact, social responsibility, I would say, is a big trend in design. And both of those together, we as designers are realizing our collective impact. If we make better better decisions, we can shift the needle.
Now let's talk about, attendees can also watch the Samsung Bespoke Cooking Theatre come alive as local chefs showcase their, favorite dishes. Tell us more about this.
Yeah, this is always a highlight of every show, in that it's very interactive. You get to engage with some very snazzy chefs, also learn from them. So I think that, in Samsung Bespoke Kitchens, we've also got a very exciting kitchen design for the area done by Modular Made. So I really encourage everyone to enjoy the cooking theatre. We have 2 theatres on the floor actually this year, and they really every year is one of the reasons people come back every day. So Decorex is huge. There's so much to see. So it's kind of the event that you have to come back maybe 2 or 3 days to get it all in.
Now, talk to us about how Decorex Africa tries to evolve and stay relevant each year.
It is so important, for every business, but we spent a lot of time during the pandemic doing some deep diving and deep thinking. We went into the industry and asked them how we need to best serve them. And I think in order to stay relevant, you have to have that constant feedback with the people we serve. So that's one of our big things, that we chat to our trade, we chat to our exhibitors a lot of the time, saying, what do you need for us? We're a growth accelerator. The point of us as a platform is to accelerate businesses. In order to do that, we have to have our finger on the pulse. We need to know what the trends are doing. We need to look into the future and kind of forecast or speculate as to where the design industry is going, in order for us to recalibrate and change and make sure that we're doing that. So a very, very important part of anyone's business, but particularly for us, because we serve businesses, our job is to help other businesses. We need to stay on top of that. So that's our job.
What for you is the most exciting bit about, hosting Decorex Africa each year?
I think, gosh, that's a big question. I think that, no, it's huge. I think that just seeing the joy that it gives so many people, the inspiration that we serve, well, that's not true, that our exhibitors serve, and seeing the fact that we inspire and delight people coming in and seeing things that they've just never witnessed before. Like, for example, we'll have 3D printing on the floor this year, and NFTs, and rammed earth walls, and just, I think this idea of delight is such an important antidote to all the stress that we are experiencing as a society at the moment. And Decorex really does do that. It's beautiful to look at, which is one thing, but it also combines so much of what is important to us. Our homes are such an important part of our lives. So making them feel wonderful and exciting is what we do.
And what does the future of design look like? What conversations should we be having around that? One of the things that you mentioned earlier is, sustainability, but what does the future of South African design and Decorex look like?
The future is shiny for us. I think it's really, really exciting and optimistic and buoyant and abundant. If we have the very tough conversations that need to happen. So the future of design has to incorporate social responsibility and sustainability. We're also developing a far more meaningful relationship with nature. So instead of us always just dominating nature, we're starting to remember that she is the original muse, the first genius. So really looking at a lot, working with biomimicry, working with nature in our designs. But I think very importantly, it's this idea of intersectional environmentalism. So yes, we cannot dominate the environment. We need to be sustainable, but we have to do that in tandem with social justice. So design is suddenly, not suddenly, less frivolous than I think it always used to feel a little. It's such a powerful tool, and we're all starting to realize that government is starting to use it, big business is starting to use it, everyone is starting to pay attention to the power of design and the future of design in South Africa.
All right, Belle, thank you so much for talking to us. She is the Decorex Creative Director, Bielle Bellingham, speaking to us about the exhibition taking place from June 22nd to the 25th at the Cape Town International Convention Centre.